What is up, guys? Purger here, back with another video. Today we're gonna be cleaning out the Evolve X and installing and reviewing the Peerless SS and 120 Mini Black. I had this computer for a little over 6 years. From time to time I would clean out the front grater and install a new cooler and GPU here and there, but I never did an overall clean, and having cats constantly chilling on the top of it eventually emits dust. The GPU here only about maybe 2 or 3 years, but I haven't done a proper cleaning of it. I was waiting until sometime like this where it's just really dirty and I can actually get a full clean. So right before we pop open this Peerless Assassin and review the contents inside, I'm going to review the box first, but soon we're going to get to cleaning the PC and then I'm going to get into the box and stuff. But if you want to know the specs here is, dimensions is 120, 120, 25 on the fans. It runs at 1500 RPMs. Noise is about 25.6 decibels, as well as the static pressure and the 4 pins, and that's fluid dynamic bearings. With that being said, let's get into the disassembly process. First, I'm going to remove the GPU. All I got to do is get this little button to release the PCIe slot. Then I gotta remove this SATA for the external storage board or the internal storage board. All it is a board with 2 SSDs in it. One is an old school SATA type of SSD and the other one's an NVMe. Next we're gonna pop out the RAM. If you hear any cats, I know you're gonna hear a lot of cats, just pretend it's Minecraft. My cat had some babies, so they're hungry. I'm gonna feed them in a bit. But we're gonna remove the RAM. And this CPU cap is magnetic, so you can just easily remove that. That's how you access the screws. We're going to unscrew the CPU pump, and it's held in by wire, so we're going to have to pop open the other side. These are removable panels. This one's also removable, but all these are 3 to 4 pin wires. I unplugged them, and I gotta get the SATA and just unplug the motherboard. Also, it's the 4th of July, so if you hear bang bangs, yeah, it's the 4th of July. That's what you're hearing in the background. But we finally got the wires off. Now I just gotta get the fan and radiator out. Ooh, look how dirty that is. Woo, that's dirty. Alright. Well, got the nasty panel off. I'm going to clean it right after I get these fans off. Later in the video, I discovered that the radiator had little to no water in it, so we're going to be putting a new cooler in there. I think I said that in the beginning of the video. To make it easy on myself, I also removed the panels of glass on each side. You can see this thing is really dirty, but we gotta take the motherboard out so we can completely clean the case and all the components. Look how bad that front is. Oh yeah, we're getting the fans too. We're getting everything. So now that we got all that out, we can see how dirty this case really is. And to make it even easier on myself, I'm gonna also remove the USB panel. Simple screws, and just, there's so many wires to this thing, it's crazy. Okay. I'm even gonna remove the top power board, which also has a lot of wires because it hooks into a fan controller. So this is the results. These are all the parts I'm going to have to clean, including the case. So the first thing I'm going to do is clean the case here. Just look at it. It's completely bare bones case now, but it is going to make it easier. rubbed them down with a rag too, which I didn't show in the video, but that's how I got it cleaned up. It wasn't all air, it was pretty tough to get it with just air, so I had to wipe it down too. Alright, so it's completely cleaned. Right? It's completely cleaned out. Looking almost brand new again. I'm gonna go with a new cooler. This thing does not feel like... I was cleaning it up, but I realized I don't hear hardly any water in it. And it has been overheating quite a bit. Alright, now we can get into the unboxing. This isn't the first unboxing I've done of this. Originally I tried doing this for another PC build, but it turns out that these were just too big, and I didn't look at the supported sizes for coolers on the actual case I bought, so I ended up having to rebox this, but it's never been used, so that's, you know, I've been just having it on layoff for the longest time. Let's get the fans out. Nothing in there. The massive heat sinks. Okay, so since I'm converting to an air cooler from an AIO, the only thing I gotta really do is just take these 3 fans, and just screw them onto here. Alright, now we just gotta hook the fans up after installing them. For this, I'm just gonna hook it into the integrated case board that's included with the case. It's basically like a fan control board, just in the case rather than magnetically put on it like some other cases do, where you can hook the fans up in the RGB. This one only has the fan. So we're gonna have to hook up the RGB to the motherboard directly. Instead of hooking each RGB into the motherboard, I used a common splitter like usually normal people do. I don't know who connects their motherboard individually, but it's possible. You're just weird. It's all cable management and neat. Next, we're gonna put some thermal paste on there. This is the Thermalright compound that comes with the cooler. Then we're just gonna install these fan mounts because they like to use wires nowadays instead of screws. So I got the fan in there. No. And that's about it for this. We're gonna close her back up and test some temperatures with this thing. And test maybe about 4 or 5 games. Let's see how she does. Look how beautiful. So the cooler just sitting on the Steam page at idle runs about 50 to 55 Celsius. However, gaming, it's a different story. Gaming ran at 75 to 80 Celsius, which is pretty hot. Contributing to some of this heat is the fact that it's also quite hotter down in the south than usual. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you enjoyed and want to see more content like this. Subscribe if you're new. Also, comment down below what kind of video you would like to see. Whether you would like to see another PC build, parts review, a gaming accessories review. Your feedback will help the channel. But aside from that, later guys.